Tinubu will have all his men across.
Keep
And
saying
by
that.
taking these children, he's just poking the knot to see who is going to complain. If you notice, since they broadcasted those children like yesterday or 2 days ago, no northern politician, apart from Atiku, has come outside to make a noise. The rest are just going under the radar. Because once you talk now, they'll say, oh, you're part of the person sponsoring them, and they're going to pick you up. That's the next stage he wants to get to. He wants to get to a point where he will take on the northern elite and remove all of them one by one. Because they are the stumbling block to his 2027 election. You will start noticing that now he'll be poking them by appointment or by everything. And Nuhu Rubadu is the person he's going to hand over to, based on my own calculation. He's not handing over to any other person. He's handing over to Nuhu Rubadu after 2031 or whatever time he's going to leave. He's going to find Nuhu Rubadu as his anointed. By then,
now.
Yeah, he's just keeping him quiet. He's showing him how the defense work, how to control the army and all the military parastatals. The next stage is to get him to come. They will reshuffle him. He will never leave that government until he gets to the point where he will now say, okay, you know what, you're ready to take over, but you're now working under our group now. You may be the face of the northerner, but once you deliver, you come outside. That is just my take on it.
We shall see. Again,
Yeah.
when you say things like this, they're like a words of marble, right? That there is always going to be a time you come back and be like, did you remember when I said this, so and so? And yeah, that time is upon us. Thank you for always.
You're welcome.
You have a good answer. Okay. Cheers, man. So again, if you are still watching this and you haven't really liked the broadcast, please do now, because our time is so not that much. I think we only hang on, we still have like about 45 minutes or so, but it goes faster than you can imagine. I've seen that happen many times where people will be like, I'll still call. The last minute, everyone wants to call in, but there is no time to take your call. So you better do it now. And same thing goes for everyone who is yet to pay your own offering. Your offering is like the broadcast and share it. And remember also, a quick reminder, this is our backup channel. So it's now almost 1,300 on that channel. Okay. In fact, I'm going to go add it to this broadcast. So you can still take your time and go on to the Mayegun's Diary Premium. Okay. Join us right there. Hang on. I'm going to remove some few information here. Oh, no. I'll leave it that way. So it doesn't remove every other info from it. Okay. So now I've added our backup channel. Remember, if you go on and give it a follow, because I am not really out of the wood yet. There are 2 strikes on Mayegun's Diary Political as we speak. And I believe that they should be off before the end of this coming week. But if another one should be added before Monday, this Mayegun's Diary Political may be taken off here, I bet, temporarily. Hopefully not permanently. But we need that backup channel to actually be up and running. And that will be up to you. So we are not out of the wood yet. So, yeah, I've been in touch with the people that reported some of these old videos. I'm talking about the videos from 2021 and 2022. It's like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So remember, follow the backup channel as you are watching this. It won't take you more than a sec. Just put it in there. What is it called? Type it into YouTube and search for it. Mayegun's Diary Premium. Okay, and just subscribe, and then you can come back. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, I'm Mr. Mayegun. Good evening.
Yeah,
this hold up.
Hold up.
Yes. Fine. I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. I was like so into it, like ringing, but unfortunately I couldn't.
You can
well,
you're one of the lucky ones, because you
yeah,
either been through to Mayegun in the afternoon or in the evening like this, no matter how busy. So you are one of the lucky ones. So once in a while, if you missed out, don't worry. You always can cover up for it again.
Yeah, yeah. I did, yeah. I've been listening to everything that you've been saying. You said about yesterday. You showed Tinubu's video when he was far younger, and then you were kind of wondering what happened to him and so on. Don't you know
Yeah.
that in Nigeria, especially where I come from, I've seen a lot of things where fetish people. Tinubu personally, do you know amount of sacrifices, human blood here and there, things that in the secrecy that they've done for him, that he has eaten and all, and that's every all his opponents or all his people who dare to confront him or to work against him, they should fight among themselves, and then they should eventually
So
scatter.
do you
Like,
believe that actually aged them apart from the abuse of substance? What they actually really, some people believe that it is the
yeah,
abuse of substance that kind of aged them more than all of that one,
well,
human blood and all
well,
this.
you might you don't know the lengths
I
these people
do. I
can go.
heard it. I've
These
heard it. I'm
people,
just kind of
oh
curious.
my
Like,
God.
do you really think that could be it? Because he aged so fast
Ah,
that I'm like, what
yeah,
happened
you
to
have
him?
to. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's everything has its own
Side
side
effects.
effects now. So you will you will give something to receive something.
Hmm.
You see, Satan will never give you something for free. Never. You will have to pay something somewhere, somehow. You know. So about this man, all these people that they are kind of saying that they are governing Nigeria. They are not governing Nigeria, because I don't think in some areas in Nigeria, like you've always said, that the vast space in Nigeria is not governed by anything. So it is only people themselves that they've been, providing for themselves, doing borehole, creating their own electricity and on and on. So these people are only governing themselves, and they are ready to do whatever any means necessary to protect that until that 8 years is over. Now, they believe that it is their turn, and either you want it or not, that after this 4 years election, it's already, like you said, it's already been written.
It's been set up
You see,
anyway. Rigged system.
an INEC, INEC officials that is supposed normally in a true democratic world, or where there's fairness and justice, people like this shouldn't even spend up to 2 years term. This INEC and all they should always be changed. They change them all the time, because so that they don't stay long in such a way that nobody will be able to
I
buy
don't
them,
even
or
care if they are going to stay long or not. A system where
Mhm.
politicians have no power to select or appoint electoral officers is probably going to be a fair system. No politician,
Yeah.
no, whether president or governor, anybody should never have the power. Here you get now to select electoral officers.
So yeah, so it is like everybody knows that everybody has a skeleton inside their cupboard. Tinubu has skeleton inside the cupboard. Akpabio has his own skeleton. So everybody has say, if you talk, I will show your own skeleton inside your cupboard. Even people will be saying to Tinubu, if you dare that, no, don't give us the money that we are entitled to.
Our own share.
That is because that is what is holding. That is what is holding that place. That place for now. Their gang. All this thing is because he is paying the people who are supposed to pay. He will steal for the ordinary people, tax them, make things very expensive, take his own share, give it to them, give it to them. Like that's what this guy knows how to do best. So there's like
It's like a chop
nothing
by
good.
chop,
In fact,
chop by chop Nigeria Limited, so to say.
yeah, so like all these ordinary people, Nigerians are just the commodities, are the people that they're using. So the people that some people are crying, oh, they're crying that, oh, it's a shame that these people. are they truly are they concerned about those kids? Because if something happened now, look, Nigerians, we all know Nigerians. Nigerians, they can be very cruel, so badly that like that guy that is he senator? He called himself a senator. Ideally, a normal person.
The one that said he could make somebody
No,
disappear.
that's yes. So like, why would you be saying that? Because at least you are in a space where you are, at least somehow you are okay. Why would you be so aggressive? What is your problem? Is there anything underlying issue or something that is God knows what? So people are so aggressive,
Maybe
especially
it's
now in
because the
Nigeria.
place
Now,
is
they are
lawless. It's a
aggressive now.
place where you can do anything and get
Oh,
away with it. Here you get. And
yes.
that
So how
tells
long?
everybody, see, it's about, you've seen people that will come to this country too, right? But because they know that if they become very aggressive, even where it seems like you are in the right, you can't be aggressive towards anybody. If you dare become aggressive towards anyone, you will be arrested, and that could be a jail time. And in this country, if you ended up going to jail, it will ruin a lot of things for you. It's not like in Nigeria where you
Of
can get away
course.
with it. So I think that's what kind of drives people.
Yes, yes, because if you have tested bad behavior and you know that it has its own immediate
Consequences. Uh-huh.
consequences, or maybe you've realized that you can gain from it, either by dodgy way. Of course, you will never refrain from that, crookedness, and that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. There's no way they can change. They can't change. So what is, because that is why Tinubu, sometimes if I think, sometimes I think so deep that why did these guys behave like this? Because he knows Nigeria himself. He knows that these people, they can only be, you can only treat their fuck up so badly because he is already fucked up, and then he will milk it to the lab because he knows that they won't say, they won't do anything because they are so impoverished. They don't know that they have rights. That thinking is gone completely. They don't know that they are human. They just know that maybe they're just a object, or subject to some people that they can't do anything else.
Anyway,
That
thank you
they
so
just
much.
have to be submissive.
Let me
So
take
bad,
another one.
but it's
Baba.
okay. I just need to make myself, console myself somehow, so I can feel better.
Well,
That's what is
it's
happening to me
called
right now.
ranting it out, letting it out of your chest and all
Yes.
that. But you know something, I don't want to believe that it is poverty most of the time. What I believe is that people see themselves as replica of their leaders. Do you understand? It simply means that some people, right, they sometimes will do
Yeah.
worse than some of the leaders that we condemn if they have the same opportunity. Sure, you get now. So,
Definitely.
and that is why
Yeah,
they
definitely.
normalize abnormalities. Everything is actually not about poverty. But hold up, you've done well
Hmm.
again.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Let me take
Hmm.
another one, sir.
Yeah.
That's a hold up, ladies and gentlemen. You should not be everything in poverty. Some people, they okay, educated. But you know something? Some of them, there are some people in Nigeria, right? They want to be like those politicians. The only thing that is left for them, nobody say they no get education. Some of them are even living abroad. The only thing they don't have is the opportunity to actually be like those politicians. Give them that power, give them that influence, give them that leverage, and you will see the monster in them. So that is why I don't usually get carried away when Nigerians are condemning bad behavior. Because you know something, when you see Nigerians condemning bad behavior publicly, I don't usually get carried away. Here you get, because when you begin to scrutinize everyone, you will see that some of these people, eh, they wouldn't mind actually being like all these guys. The only thing lacking is that they've not had the opportunity. Therefore, like we said, not be everybody hates corruption. Not everybody hates oppression. What people don't like is if they are not the ones benefiting from the corruption or doing the oppression, give them little influence. Give them, even this social media, you go see some people that will be like, do you know who you are talking to? You know, I have 100,000 followers. I can deal with you, kind of. There are people who say now, just followers, then get for social media. Baba, they believe they have arrived. Do you know who you are talking to? They are influencers. They are called influencers. That's kind of the mentality. That is why you will always see Nigerians that will justify bad behavior by giving excuses for bad behavior. How could you do that? But let us be honest. Maybe not that guy provoke him. Maybe it is that guy that don't let us talk. If it was me, even if it was me, I would do more than that. Say, really? You will do more than that? Say, yes. Well, thank God it's not you. So that means if it was you, you would do more than that. Yes, I'll do more than that. Some people are just like that. They can always be. That's to tell you. It's not always everybody that condemns bad behavior that doesn't like it. Charm.
Hello, Michael. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Trying to be. Thank you so much, though.
I tried to call you. I tried to call in that during the brunch time. During brunch time, but I didn't get through because I wanted to really speak on this 2027 that everybody seems to be talking about. You know, a lot of people call in and they say, oh, or you read it, or like when you go on the on the internet or whatever, and they're talking about, oh yeah, 2027, and I'm like, are we for real? 2027? People think something is going to happen. Hey, Lord have mercy.
That's how we are going to be dragging it until you begin to see people that will be telling you to go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. We need to save this country. I'll be like, okay, go on.
You need to save the country and you're waiting to 2027. By 2027, you know what? If we don't get rid of this madman that is there, right? He will perfect the art of of rigging. You know, you see that thing that they did in Edo State. By the time they do it in 2027, even you that voted for whatever opposition party you think you're voting for, you'll be confused. So, but I'm sure that I voted for whoever. But you're seeing APC there.
People were in Edo State, right? People were declaring results, they calculated results, right? They said PDP 14,500, APC 7,300, Labour Party 3. By the time I released results, it was the other way. I said, this is not the result of my polling unit. Oh, who cares?
See, so it makes me. I mean, during the brunch time, and you were talking, and people were calling, and I think I heard other people talking about 2027. I was like, 2027. We don't even have tomorrow if you don't get rid of this man. That pastor that was saying that the kind of shege for want of a better word, for lack of a better word, that is waiting for Nigerians to keep this
sick.
man.
The economy will be sick.
Nigerians will be sick. The economy will be sick. And are we not even living in that prophetic word that
yes, so.
That Nigeria is sick economically, and then the people themselves, they are sick. When you see people, bending down near the gutter to pick up what they call it, pepper and tomato that fell on the floor. Hey Lord. That means that we're not even sick again. They
are packing, a sort of a falling, they are packing spaghetti from a falling truck that just got burnt. Everything with the ashes and all of that, packing the spaghetti like that because they'll go home and wash it and wash the ashes of it.
And people are still waiting for 2027. If they make it that far. While I was waiting and trying to get through to you, I said, do you know that we don't even have tomorrow? We only have today. This today that me and you are here. this is the only day we have, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone,
No.
right? There's no guarantee that you will sleep and you wake up.
No.
Do you understand? But what we have is today, and people are putting 20. I'm talking about 2027. Nigerians, wake up! Oh, you don't have 2027. You only have today that you are living and breathe. That you are still sure that you are alive, right? It's only today that you have. Then my last comment really is about this. This senator that has been in Abuja, the Abuja whatever, since 1999. You said.
And now
1999.
24 years.
24 years, my ego.
Yes. It's like
And
it's a traditional. They don't even kind of like contest it with him. Aduda,
No.
when they announced that he lost, he didn't believe it. How is that even possible?
My ego, doesn't it boggle the mind? Somebody who has been 24 years, right? And I'm 100% sure that he's not incorruptible, so he must have stolen as much as he can steal. And then you are still there doing boy for Wiki.
Because he promised to return him next year election.
Next year to come and do what exactly?
To continue enjoying his inheritance.
He
is a usurper to them. Ireti is an outsider. How did she even do it? How could she? Who announced the result? How did that happen? We will correct it. It won't happen again. Don't worry. But for now, just kind of be PA.
And you know what? You see that Aduda, right? He's emblematic of the problem that the North has. People who sit down there, eat all the money in the world, and they have nothing to show for it in terms of, infrastructure growth, nothing, no progress. That is a emblematic. That is, if you want to say, if not of the person, right? Aduda is a perfect example of how the North is. People who eat, like vampires, they're just sucking the blood, but nothing to show for it. No infrastructure, no progress, no education. You are practically the center of poverty for the whole world. That is the problem that the North have, and yet they will not face it. In fact, that Aduda's own took me out. I said 24 years. 24 years you've been somewhere, and now you're the what? PA. So that you can.
He follows him everywhere now. Like,
Nigeria doesn't make any kind of sense.
Don't worry. You are just on a break. You are just on break. You'll be back to continue representing Abuja people, whether they like it or not.
And you know what, Maego?
Yep.
Wike is going to do it for him. If we don't get rid of that madman, if death doesn't take Wike away and Nigerians don't remove him, he's going to come back there.
We shall see.
For 2027,
he said he's now the sheriff of Abuja. This is my town now. This is my city. We are going to make sure that we correct this mistake next time.
No, Nigerians are I don't know what to say about the country. We saw the children that were being assaulted. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is assaulting those children, right? And no uproar, no nothing. We're all going to put on our clothes and we're going to go to church tomorrow.
Yes.
And they will ask for tithes, we'll pay tithes, and life goes on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, this was my.
It's you and me. See, it's myself and yourself that are worried. We're worried too much. From tomorrow, everybody will go and thank God that all these things that happened this past week, God spared them. They are still alive. So you should do it again the coming week.
I think people should be worried, because if that prophet or that pastor that said that the economy will be sick and Nigerians will be sick, maybe the sickness that is waiting for Nigerians is something that we've never seen before. Maybe that is the one. Maybe that's the one that will wake people up and know that you don't have tomorrow, you have today. If you don't get to today, that tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Thank you so
much. Please let me let other people come in.
That's grand, okay? Enjoy your evening as well, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm going to share my Buy Me a Coffee link. Somebody just asked that I should share that, okay? And indeed, if you check your screen, again, I'm going to use a barcode. The reason why I use the barcode is that a lot of people have told me they have problems actually accessing the link. So I think the African one I always do that is such a great guy, by the way. Now, if you want to support my Egun's Diary political channel, right, You can buy me a coffee. You can kind of support me via the PayPal. And there is a donor box on my YouTube channel as well that you can tap into and then support me. But this one kind of works faster. If you put the camera of your phone on the front, in front of your TV right now, you'll be able to scan this barcode. And yes, you can buy me a coffee, a cup of coffee. Here is MOG.
Hello, my good evening.
Back again this evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good evening. Tonight, I just wanted to watch, but the first call I know pushed me a little bit. I like him. I like when he talks. He always give us. It's like a forecaster
I know
about Nigeria.
He's a special viewer. Somebody who believes that slow things may look like it's not making too much impact, but he believes that we are actually cutting down, we are chopping down a very massive tree. And every now and then that this information goes out there, little by little,